Does your practice suffer from weak patient flow? Purple Tie Guys may be right for you. Purple Tie Guys is the most effective way to fill your waiting room with new patients. Clients usually see significant improvement in as little as 30 days.
Since I began working with Purple Tie Guys, my stream of new patients has never been stronger, and my waiting room is packed.
Side effects may include swelling of the waiting room, increased happiness, and a better bottom line. Serious, less common side effects include sports cars and Swiss bank accounts. If you experience patient flow that lasts more than 8 hours, hire additional staff and tell your marketing advisor immediately. Increase your patient flow with Purple Tie Guys. No contracts, just results. If it makes you money or brings us happiness, you'll find it right here. This is the Purple Tie Show. Welcome to the Christmas edition of the Purple Tie Show. It is the Christmas edition.
It is.
I'm Robert. You're
I'm
Blake.
Yeah.
We haven't swapped positions or anything.
Nope. Still in the same seats.
Okay. So, with it being Christmas, first of all, Merry Christmas. This is Christmas week episode.
Yep.
We hope all y'all have.
It'll be
I hope
coming
you
out.
get everything you want for Christmas.
Yeah. This episode will be coming out the Thursday before Christmas. So,
Kind of the week before, because
yeah.
Well, Christmas is weird this year because it's
in the
on like
middle
a
of the week.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
or a Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep up with the exact days. I just know the week is jacked because
You get a day
I think it's a
and
day,
then 2 days
and then
off,
2 days off.
and then 2 days in, and then 2 days off, and then a day in, and then people are going to take New Year's Eve and New Year's Day
you might
off
as well, yeah. So it's
because
like,
drinking games.
yeah, I mean, of course. So you got like a day, and then you got Christmas, and then you got a day, and then you got a weekend, then you got a day, right? Which is, it's bad because otherwise you just start New Year's early. You can drink for like 4 days.
I wonder how many people are just going to be like, you know what?
I'm sick.
Yeah. On Monday, and it's just going to be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 5 days off in a row.
No, it's going to be more than that because it'll be, if they're off Christmas Eve, they'll be off
Christmas Eve,
1,
Christmas Day.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll be a week. It'll be a whole week off.
No, you're not thinking right? I want to pull up my calendar right now and count these days because this is bugging me. Hang on.
We have to talk about something very important.
If they take off Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and all of the work days in between New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, why wouldn't they just take off the Friday after?
And make it like
the Thursday, Friday,
like
make it like a 2-week vacation.
Oh my God! Okay, because they be broke is why. So speaking of being broke, though, so we did something a little unique this year. Last year we did. I forget what we did last year.
We sent out these really nice cards to all of our clients.
Everyone got a really nice card, and this year. We were like, you know what? We're going to kick it up a notch.
Yep.
Emerald Lagasse style, right? No one knows who he is anymore. I'm kidding. Everyone knows who Emerald Lagasse is.
He's on all the spices and stuff in the grocery store, right?
Wow. Okay. So,
it was BAM.
Whatever. Nobody's going to judge. Okay. Everyone's judging. But we made like a $200 candy run because we were like, you know what? $300 candy
Well,
run?
it started off as a $200 candy run, and then we realized, we thought we needed more candy.
Well, so we did think we needed more candy, but employees were eating. We figured out after the fact that employees were eating the candy.
Yes, they were.
You were eating the candy.
Yes.
So
yes, I was.
So we ended up having to go back. No. I will take very little blame for that. So we go back and we get more.
Yep.
But we decided to do something really, really cool. So all of our local clients got like a really nice gift box with different...
I cooked pumpkin bread.
One of them, and I made homemade chocolate covered pretzels. It was amazing. So but they got like a gift box, you know, and it had your bread and had my, you know, pretzels. And then we did, I think certain clients got like an alcohol shaker full of candy.
Yeah.
Like, which
it's
was
as cool
awesome.
as it sounds.
Yeah, it really is as cool as it sounds. But we just made these fancy gift boxes, you know, shot glasses, beanies, you know, just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, all of the merchandise that we had, the giveaway stuff
all
that we
the merch that we had.
Yeah.
Well, not all of it. We still have a lot. So if you want to buy something, no, I'm kidding. But then we were like, okay, so what are we going to do for our clients that aren't close enough to like physically drive and hand them this box?
Right.
Because this box was like an 8x8 box and weighed like 5 pounds by the time it was done.
Oh, I think it was, it would have been like $40 or
no,
something.
I'm saying $70 through the postal service, and then they would have lost it.
You say it's a 5x5, but I mean, this thing was like a foot square and like 6 inches tall. It was huge.
It was pretty big. We overestimated the box size.
Yeah.
As well. We overdid everything this year for Christmas, I feel.
Yeah.
But it was just enough. We overdid it just enough.
Yeah.
So we're like, you know, what can we do to stand out from all the other people that's going to be sending them, you know, Christmas cards, and, you know, hey, we love you, you know. How are we going to stand out from all the other vendors they work with?
We're just going to be amazing. That's all.
Of course we are. So we decided the best course of action was, so we have a Russell Stover's really close.
Yeah.
It's like 30 minutes away. So we drive to the Russell Stover store and we're looking around, and they got everything. They've got boxes of like second run candy. They have like the legit premium stuff. They've got Jelly Bellies. They got like, this is not a store you walk into hungry.
Let me tell you, I have tried. We've been to this store now 3 times picking up candy, and I have tried all 3 times to buy the box of second run chocolates.
And
I
will not let him do it.
They are called bloopers.
They're, you know,
and they are just this like a 5-pound box of misruns.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're just all kinds of stuff piled in, so you're going to get like
it's
the
labeled
cream
on
fillings
top.
And the
it's labeled on top. You can find exactly what you're looking at.
You're not buying. You're not company card. You're just like, can I buy a box of blue? No. So, and I was like, ooh, you know what? Because I thought maybe they were like little boxes inside. They weren't just a big pile of boxes. I was like, ooh, bloopers. We could be like, you know, not all mistakes are bad, or some mistakes are sweet, or, you know.
Yeah, just try to play off of it.
Build a marketing campaign around
it. But I actually haven't seen inside the boxes. I think it's just chocolate.
It is. It's just I found one online where somebody was like, I bought a blooper box, and it's just a 5-pound box of just random chocolates that's shoved in. They don't even have papers.
Okay.
So,
continue.
Anyway, we decided to stand out. We're going to send all of our clients a $100,000, because it looks like a $100,000 bill.
Yep.
And it says in chocolate we trust and all this stuff, but it's a big candy bar.
Yes.
But it is a peppermint bark candy bar, which I don't know anyone in America. You're not American and not like peppermint bark. Like, I'm sure there's some weirdo out there somewhere that's just like, I can't stand it.
I typically don't like peppermint bark by itself.
You are the weirdo I'm talking about.
Listen, banana and mayonnaise sandwiches are good. I don't care what you say.
Disgusting. Okay, so
it's pronounced pecan.
So we decided to get these $100,000, you know, little candy bars. And I say little, they're a good sized candy bar. They're
larger than a Hershey's
like
bar.
3 inches wide by like
5 inches.
5 inches long.
It's very large.
I mean, it's a big candy bar. It's big, but since it's it's not a retail. It's kind of like a wholesale, like Russell Stover store.
Yeah.
You can get these things for like $1.70 or something, right?
Whereas if you bought them at like Target, it would be $3 or $4.
Yeah, it'd be like, here's a $3 bar of candy. But what we did was we got these little bubble envelopes, purple, of course.
Of course.
And
colors.
then we got a Christmas card, one of our branded Christmas cards. And we filled out a Christmas card. We stuffed it in the bubble envelope. with a peppermint bark, and we sent it out to all of our
out of state or farther than we wanted to drive.
Yeah, well, you know,
clients.
I mean, one of them went to Oklahoma. Let's be for real.
Yeah.
And the amount of like love that got shown back was amazing, because people were like, hey, if you're not on Purple Tie Guy's mailing list, you're missing out, right? And like one of them took a picture with the bar, and he's like, when my web devs know the weight of my heart.
Yep.
And, you know, love you, Purple Tie Guys, or something like that. And it was just good, but it was something that was unexpected. It was something out of the ordinary, something that other people aren't going to do. And it got people, I think it took them by surprise. And so a lot of them was just like, well, hey, I got your stuff in the mail today. This is awesome. You know, I really appreciate it. Matter of fact, we have one client that about 4 hours if we wanted to drive it. We've driven it several times before.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we just mailed one.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an email back like a couple of days later that was like, hey, I got your sweet Christmas gift and I had you on my mind, and then went into, you know, something that they needed. And it was just one of those things that I think if you look around, and this is kind of from, you know, just a business standpoint, if you look around, you can find something that's really, really different that would really set you apart.
Well, you know what it makes me think about? You know how whenever you're dealing with a company, they're always willing to incentivize you as a new client.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you 10% off your first month. You get your first month free. You know, we'll give you 50% off your first purchase or whatever.
Well,
but after you're a client, after you've already purchased one time, then you're just a customer.
Yeah.
A number in the system.
Hey, man, we'll take good care of you, but, man, I'm not going to do anything special because I already got you.
I've already got you. Right.
Right. But I feel like and this goes for anything, really. I mean, you know, Ford has me, right? I'm going to take my car there to have the oil changed. I'm going to take it there for service and all this other stuff. But it would be nice to get like a little, I don't know, maybe a thank you note. And I know they're really good about calling after the service and being like, hey, Mr. Martin, how was your service? Was everything okay? Blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to rate us a 10.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? What we did was we took our current client list and we said, hey, thank you for continuing to be our clients. Mm-hmm. Here's this neat little something that you weren't expecting, but we're going to give it to you. And because it's something that's not, you know, the usual thing, you're going to think of us more often.
Well, so it's not okay. So yeah, you're going to think about us, you know, that much more often, more gooder. But it also stands out from all these other people, right? Everybody that they do business with, you know, sends them a little Christmas card. Hey, we really appreciate you. Smile. But then they get something from us and they're like, oh, well, this is really, you know what else
I think really made our cards stand out? We signed all of them. We hand signed all of the cards that we sent out. We sent out a bunch of cards.
Painstakingly signed them.
But I can't stand getting one of those cheap, flimsy, mass-printed cards from like whenever we used to do work whenever I was using this dentist that I'm not using anymore, every year we would get a card from that dentist. And it was the cheapest paper. And it was mass mailed. You could tell it was just sent out to everybody. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but you're not special to me.
Well, I mean, they proved just by doing that you're not special to them either.
Right.
Because everybody got the same mass produced, you know, pre-sorted first class mail.
Right.
Postcard.
So you know
Christmas card.
You know how Ford could do something special for you, the current customer? Hey, you've been with us a year. Free oil change.
Yeah. Well, hey, you've spent, right? Just make it a point system. Hey, you've spent $200 on, oil changes, tire rotation, da-da-da-da. We'd like to give you one on the house.
Yeah.
Instead of, or we'd like to give you one at half price or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. They always treat me right. Always. And I usually end up getting a discount. Typically. But...
Because you're you.
Because, well, everyone loves me.
It's true.
It's
true. You go and you just typically have your way with whatever.
Don't go there, because that was about to be real bad.
No,
you're
seriously.
like, you just have your way with whoever, and I'm like, no, that ain't the way that works.
It is the way that works. Okay, let's just say this, right? The service manager at Ford knows you by name, knows your voice when you call in.
That's true.
And will typically, I'm not going to say put you at the front of the line, but you're definitely not going to wait as long as...
I'm not going to be at the back of the line.
A typical customer.
And it's not even that So here's the thing, though. It's not because I spend a bunch of money there and, buy Cadillacs or, Lincoln, because Ford does Lincoln. It's just because the way you treat someone.
Right.
And I think that's what we've lost in this whole internet world of marketing. We've lost that personal communication. We've lost that little personal touch. Like, the gas stations, when you went in, years ago, your little water bottle just whistling like crazy over there.
Hope the mic picks that up.
I hope it does too. It's awful. But whenever you used to go to the gas station, like, I don't remember this, but my parents talked about it, right? And they're like, man, you used to pull up and a dude, washed your windshield, checked your oil, checked the tire pressure, and filled your car while you went in and used the bathroom, bought snacks, whatever, right? It was a gas station attendant. We do have those now. They're just in little glass booths and they yell at you over a speaker.
Right, because they're going to get shot if they come out of that.
No, that's not it. It's just easier, right? It's less money and they can service more people.
Side tangent. Whenever I was younger and my grandmother told me that she didn't know how to pump gas, I thought she was lying.
She had probably never pumped her own gas.
Well, Grandma didn't drive. She never got her license, never learned how to drive, right? But my grandpa did. And whenever we would go to the gas stations and he would get out, and I'd ask Grandma, while he was walking inside, why she didn't go ahead and get out and pump the gas. And she told me that she didn't know how. And I asked her why. And she said, well, somebody used to do it. Somebody used to come out and do it for you. And I just never learned.
This is one of those things that I feel like is a lost... Like, there's certain things that the internet's killed, right? And I've been a huge saying the internet's going to kill the postman.
Oh, yeah. Eventually.
Well, now, they've diversified now because they've got, first-class boxes and priority boxes, and they're packaged, right? They're shipping packages.
Yes.
And there's certain things that...
They also... Hang on, because I want to touch on this about diversifying.
How did we get off of the candy?
Listen.
Okay.
Let's
go. Let's just... This is your show.
It's our show, which is why I'm talking now. You said the post office diversified, right? The post office used to not deliver on Sundays, but they do now for Amazon.
But not
anyone else. They partnered. The U.S. Postal Service partnered with Amazon to deliver on Sundays.
Mm-hmm. So, and I think that and there's certain things that you can't get via email, like, and I don't know why, it's stupid. The IRS will not send you anything in the mail or in the email, right? It has to mail. They have to
in the emails.
But they mail it. They have to mail it. And it's like bank statements.
I'm sure it's a paper trail thing.
I have signed up for e-statements like 18,000 times, and I still get a paper statement. And I'm like, would you stop killing the trees?
You know what banks could do to make me feel like I was special? Since I've been socking my money away.
Give me $1.
Give me $1. Give me something. Give me no fees.
No fees would be great. A higher interest rate on a...
No minimums would be great.
Well, so let's talk about that. You know, the going rate for a bank is less than like 1%. It's like 0.3%.
Yeah.
It's really, really cheap.
Yep.
But yet you can go to somebody like Ally or American Express or Citibank.
When I first heard about American Express offering it, I was like, no. Are you sure you read that right?
They have a savings account that pays 2.05% interest, which is as high as you can. I mean, that's as high as I found for a savings account.
Yeah.
You know, now I don't like it because it's like, you know, minimums and blah, blah, blah. And it takes so many days to, you know, transfer money from here to there. And it's not convenient. And we've kind of veered way off, you know, the beaten path.
Well, this will come back around, right? American Express, we have used the American Express card for maybe a year now, I guess.
It's been a year.
But those points
that you
get back.
I can't tell you how many times I bought free stuff on Amazon with American Express points. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it.
So not only are you getting a lower percent that you have to pay back on your credit if you don't pay it off at the end of the month, you're also getting these points based on what you buy.
That I can spend at Amazon.
That you can spend at Amazon, or you got those other cards where you can get the gift cards.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't like those as much as I do my Amex Gold card. Even though I got to pay it off at the end of the month.
I don't like it as much as my Apple card because I can use that money on anything.
You get cash back. And then anywhere that takes Apple Pay, you can use your Apple Cash card.
Yep.
That is really convenient. I will say that's really convenient.
Other than that specific thing, I don't think there's anything really special about the Apple Card.
It's actually not the greatest credit card I've ever had. I mean, it's okay.
But getting that cash back, the actual cash that you can spend anywhere they take Apple Pay, that's great.
Well, not even just that. Anyone that has an Apple phone, an iPhone, an Apple phone, an Apple iWatch, you can actually send, using the cash card, money to anyone that has an iPhone. Yeah. They just have to have the cash card set up.
Yep.
So full circle, I mean, that's kind of a perk that they give their current customers.
Yes.
And then, we could talk about how they're going to iPhone subscription, but we won't talk about that.
Maybe some other time.
Maybe another day. So, but I really feel like companies as a whole could do some really neat things for their current clients. Something that they would remember. Like, I can tell you, if you picked up the phone and you called any of our clients that we sent a peppermint bark to, and said, hey, what do you think about Purple Tie Guys? They'd be like, man, I love them. Matter of fact, we're in the running for a top 100 agencies in the United States, which is a huge award. And so part of like winning that is we have to get reviews and stuff like that. And so we just sent out an email and was like, hey, would you go leave us a review? And everyone left us like 5-star reviews and, great. I mean, and they were happy to do it. Now, luckily it was right here at Christmas time and they had all just gotten a peppermint bark, so they were happy to do so.
I'm going to put a reminder in my phone so that I don't forget to put the link in the description. So if you're a current client and you'd like to leave us a review, the link will be in the description of this podcast.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll talk about that. We'll discuss that off the air.
Got a reminder in my phone.
Well, I may veto that idea.
Well,
we might. So the next thing about being special, treating customers and being special, doing things differently than other people.
Yes.
I have been coaxed into possibly converting the podcast into a video podcast as well.
It's going to be amazing. We got to buy all new camera equipment.
No. We have more camera equipment than we could ever.
Your face just now. If we could have caught that on video, would have been great.
I had the go to you-know-where look on my eyes. I was like, we ain't doing that. But, I don't want to do video. I don't like video. I don't like being on camera. It's not something I enjoy. Even when somebody's like, smile, I want to take your picture, I'm like the little smirk on the side of the face, like, go die. Go choke on something. Even when there's photos of me floating around online from the lecture last month. And even though I was, all dressed in a suit and, purple tie, and everyone was like, we had a bunch of people that was like, oh my God, you're so handsome.
Yep.
And I was just like, y'all.
Basically everybody that stopped. You know what's great though? You told me that while you were at the gym, you made some friends and you got to talking to them and you were telling about the conference that you were speaking at. And Marie, we found out her name was, stalked you on Facebook. Oh my God,
he's got a name, right?
Yeah,
she was like, I got to think about it. I was like, oh my God, he's got a name. And went and stalked me on Facebook.
Yep. And of course, we put all the photos of the conference up there.
Well, my Facebook profile is public. It's public. Everything that's on it is public.
Yeah.
I got nothing to hide. A few things, but no. We won't talk about those dead bodies. But she stalked me, and she was like, "You looked really handsome in that suit." I was just like,
Everybody, nobody acted like they were disingenuous. Everyone was like, "Oh my God, you look so good in that suit." And you cannot take a compliment. If you were set on fire and you could be put out by taking a compliment, you would burn to death.
I have never in my life been, that person that's like, you look really handsome in that suit. Hell yeah, I do. Like, that's not me. I'm just like, well, thank you. I'm totally awkward now because I don't know what to say. And I just don't like being in front of the camera. But knowing that, and this is kind of why I wanted to bring this into the conversation about how I'm being, we'll say, lightly pressured into doing a video podcast.
The terms in my notes are bullied.
Bullied, well, I don't know if bully is really, Kelsey's not big enough to bully me, I don't think. But she was like, you have to do, because I was complimenting her on her video. And I was like, it is really, really awesome. I really love the intro. And she's like, well, I don't know why you don't do it. And I was like, well, according to all the statistics in 2020, video is the new king of content.
Yeah.
Right? So back in the day, it was blogging. Mm-hmm. Now it is, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
With some blogging in there. And then it was podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast's been around for a while.
Podcast's been around for a long time.
Long time. Because we've been doing podcast on and off for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Well,
a long time.
Podcasts have been around for 15 years? Something like that, 17 years, because they started calling them podcasts right after the iPod came out. And I'm wanting to say it came out in 2001.
So
2002.
Here's the nice thing about a podcast. You can put a podcast like Jacob, the highly unpaid intern.
Right.
Now he's the highly paid intern, just not paid by me.
Right.
But so
he's the highly paid employee.
Yes, that works for someone else.
Yep.
But we still chat a lot, and he's still my go-to like bounce ideas off of. So we were talking about, and he listens to podcast on his way to work and on his way home.
Right.
Like that's just something.
And right now he's got like a 40-minute drive or something.
Yeah, and whenever he gets his house built, it's going to be a 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
But he's got a pretty hefty little drive that he'll listen to, because in the mornings he goes in at like, I didn't even know there was a 5:30 or a 6:30 or whatever time he goes to work. I didn't know that there was two 6:30s. I mean, I thought there was just the one in the evening. Apparently there's one in the morning too. And so he listens to a podcast, because if he called me, I'd kill him. So he listens to a podcast on the way to work. And usually he'll listen to this one and give us some feedback on it and stuff like that. But what's so nice about a podcast is you can just start it and do other things. Mm-hmm. You don't have to watch the video. But now, and I don't know that a 40-minute podcast, like a 40-minute video podcast, because our last podcast was like 45 minutes long.
Look, I will say this. Long form content is becoming more and more popular. One of my favorite things to watch has 3 to 5 hour episodes once a week. And granted, I can't sit down and watch the whole thing in one go, but I'll break it up over the course of 2 or 3 days.
I can see doing that. So, but video is going to be the new content king, right? I mean, there's more videos uploaded to, and this is what I should be thinking about, instead of being like, oh my God, I don't like the way I look on camera. I don't like being in front of the camera. I hate the camera. There is so much content uploaded to YouTube every single day that the chances of someone finding your content is slim. Unless you share it and make it, hey, like we do, the podcast, we share, the podcast on our website, on our Facebook page, on my LinkedIn. I mean, it goes out all over the place.
Yeah. There's websites dedicated to finding YouTube videos with 0 views. So that the content that is out there that has never been seen at least gets seen by someone.
So, well, here's what I was thinking about this whole, video podcast. It would be so much easier, instead of trying to describe that peppermint bar.
Oh yeah.
Boy, say that 3 times real fast.
Bar.
But instead of trying to explain, like, oh, it's a bigger bar and it's got this and it looks like money and it says that, like, you could just show it. Right. You could be like, hey, this is what we sent to all of our clients. And then we could explain, the choices that we made in sending that. They could see the card, they could see it. And then you become a visual storyteller instead of just a storyteller, right? Which is more what the podcast ends up being. You tell a story about how to use this. That's all it is. So I am casually entertaining the idea of doing a video podcast. Now, I will say that I don't know that we want to do one every week.
No, I was thinking like if we decided to do the video podcast, it would be like a once a month video podcast.
Yeah, you get one video podcast a month and then
the
3 audio podcasts.
Audio. Yeah.
And you just pull the audio out of the video podcast and dump it as an audio podcast as well.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Podcast setup is super casual. Right now, I'm not wearing shoes, but a video podcast would require setting up lights.
Yes.
Setting up the table so that we could discuss things and have things on the table.
Maybe a backdrop.
Maybe a backdrop.
Or you have a like a lot of the YouTubers that I watch have a studio set up where they've got a wall in their office that they always shoot in front of that's got like interesting things, a shelf with like little knickknacks or whatever. But they have like, that's their shooting area. That's always their shooting area.
Right.
And I'm just like thinking, one, it doesn't really work for us because we are always, I mean, what happens when, you're on the road for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks? You're like, okay, well, we're huddled up in, some crappy hotel in the middle of, Memphis or whatever. And it's like, crap, it's time to do the video podcast. Do we do the video podcast or do we skip it? And with the audio, it's like, okay, well, we've come to go, we've come to see a client. We're in the middle of Memphis and we're staying at, a hotel. We can break out the audio recorder and the microphones and just do a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it'll end up being a situational thing where if you're gone and
you may not get one every month. I think monthly is probably my limit on that. If we do the video podcast, I really think that one a month would be my like go-to. And then I think we would keep certain things in our podcast list because we have a list of things we want to talk about. We would have specific things for the video podcast, things that required
or would be more interesting with visuals instead of like talking about if we had pictures of the amount of candy that we bought, that would have been interesting to see.
I don't even want to think about it.
Visuals of, making the bread.
Well, here's the thing. It's so the
pretzels.
So the candy run, going back to that, we overbought.
Yes.
Because we thought about, all the clients and we're like, oh my God, we need this, we need that, we need this other thing. And then you get up there and you find other stuff that you're just like, oh, well, that's cute and this is cute. And then you end up buying.
I'll tell you what we found that
$400 worth.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we found that really sort of put us over the edge, put us over the top. They had these bins set up in the middle of the aisle.
Oh my God. I don't know
where you just had a bag and you just literally shoved your hand into this bin and took as much out of it.
Filled it up with whatever.
Filled the bag up with whatever.
So
they charged you by the pound.
Yes. And you got a discount if you bought
over a certain amount.
A pound.
I don't remember. Was it a pound?
I think it's a pound. So if you bought 1 pound, it was one price. If you bought 2 pounds, it was another price. 2 pounds, no, it was another price.
So we were going to be sending, this was going to be quote unquote filler candy.
Yeah, packing material. Packing material. It was very expensive packing material.
There's no way. No way we could have ever gotten that amount of candy in a box and mailed that box.
It'd have been 40 pounds. And then they'd have called us up and been like, I don't know why you sent all this, because you realize there's only 3 people in this office. Yeah. Yes, I know. It's for the rest of the year until we send another one next year. But so we've got a client who is really like, I asked because I was trying to drop some hints and come to find out he was really into dark chocolate. Yeah. And so we made some special stuff just for him. And so but we didn't think about it, right? We were like, oh, well, everybody wants this one particular thing. And then come to find out, not everybody liked that one particular thing we had bought. So we had to go back and buy again. But anyway, it was a learning experience this year. You were mesmerized by the jellyfish.
I was just thinking about the box that we made. You ended up buying this red crinkle packing material to go in the bottom.
Hey, I overbought that too.
You did, because we still got an entire bag and half of another one.
Well, I didn't know how much packing material we were going to need.
You know what? We can use it next year.
Yeah.
We can video you packing these boxes next year.
I don't know if I'm okay with that. The boxes were nice. We overbought for the boxes too, though.
Let me just clarify, right? In the beginning, before we realized how large these boxes were and how heavy candy is, everyone was going to get a box.
Yes. And we're like, oh, well, we need to buy this whole bundle.
Yeah.
We needed like
pallet
8
of boxes.
Yeah, we just need 8 at the,
I wanted to say there were 6 or 7. Oh no, we ended up. So we sort of repurposed the boxes for other people, not clients, but people that we wanted to.
Yeah,
give
friends and local people that we wanted to give stuff to, but we only ended up using like 8 of them. So now we got like a half a pallet left.
Yeah,
actually, it's a lot more than
it's.
Okay, anyway,
so
I overbought. We'll just say I overbought, and the bags of red crinkle paper. They were large. So,
we
learned lessons this year.
You know what, though? Do you remember years ago whenever we were mailing video game systems to Mississippi? Doing the repair work?
Oh, yeah. They would ship them to us. We'd repair them and then ship them back.
Do you remember that giant bag of packing peanuts that we bought? It was taller than I was.
Do we still have some of that?
Yes, we do.
Oh, wow. Yes, it was like an 8-foot bag of packing peanuts. Yep. UPS delivered that. It was awesome. So, anyway, in the new year, we're not going to do it this year. We're not going to do it. Christmas is right around the corner, and then it's the new year, and we ain't going to do it.
We may even take off for a week for the podcast for the new year.
Oh, no. So, I think...
That was so genuine.
I think that... toward the beginning of next year, so the beginning of 2020, maybe we'll start releasing one video podcast a week.
A month.
A month. I mean a month. Did I say a week?
You said a week.
What's wrong with me?
You really want to do these video podcasts?
I do not. I am totally against these video podcasts.
Hang on before you, because I know we're getting ready to sign off, but I just want to say this. Kelsey is a client of ours. But whenever she's in her video, she's wearing her branded hats, her branded shirts. She's in front of her branded backdrop.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
It is. It's great.
She does great for branding, and the videos that they produce is just really high quality. And I feel like that's what our video podcast will need to be. Like, for me to really get behind it and really appreciate it and enjoy doing it, I feel like, professional intro, professional outro, professional sound, professional video. I really feel like it needs to be that next level of quality.
I know a company that does that.
Is it us?
It's us. Yes.
It is us.
It
okay.
is.
Well, you can find some of our videos that we've done on our YouTube channel at Purple Tie Guys.
Just search for Purple Tie Guys. We
anywhere on the web.
First ones that come up in YouTube.
Are we?
Yep.
We're the only ones on YouTube. We're the only. Well, no, I can't say that. But with that being said,
if you want to find us on the web, you can find us pretty much anywhere at Purple Tie Guys.
Instagram, Facebook, purpletieguys.com, all that good stuff. And maybe instead of saying we love you and we'll see you next time, we actually will see you next year.
Maybe so. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.